Over the years, there have been countless adaptations for Silent Night to guitar. What I'll be showing you here is a version that incorporates both the chord structure and a little bit of the moving vocal melody as well, to get you a feel that hopefully translates to what we all understand to be Silent Night. In order to play this, you're going to need to move to drop D, meaning that you're going to take your lowest 6th string, which is typically at an E, and you drop it down to a D. I'm already in drop D. But detune your 6th string to a D if you're not already there. The opening chord is going to be a version of a D chord. I'm going to put my first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret and my ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and I'll leave the 1st string open. And I'll strum pretty much from the 6th string down to the 2nd string. After that, I'll use my pinky finger to place it down on the 3rd string 4th fret. And I'll strum down again, and then I'll lift up my pinky finger and I'll strum down again. So we've got the first 3 movements of Silent Night there. And then you'll finish it by putting your pinky finger on the 4th string 4th fret. And you can hear the melody in there. As you're playing through the chords though, it gives it a good full feel, but keep in mind that it's the movement of those notes that you're really wanting to emphasize. And you repeat that. Sometimes in this, I'll tick the low 6th string again just to kind of give more meat around the tone. So you kind of see how I'm leaning on my 6th string as a bass to just keep sound moving through the progression. The 2nd chord is going to be an A chord. Or really it's going to be 2 A chords. So the first A chord, I'm going to take basically an F shape and run it up to the 7th fret. So I've got my ring finger on the 4th string 7th fret. I've got my 2nd finger on the 3rd string 6th fret. I've got my 1st finger on the 2nd string 5th fret. And I'll strum from the 5th string all the way down to the open 1 string. And I'll hit that twice, and then I'll come down to an A7. The way that I'm playing this is I've got an open 5th string, I've got my 1st finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, I've got an open 3rd string, and I've got my 2nd finger on the 2nd string 2nd fret, and you'll still have an open 1st string. So that's going to come together as... So to recount, we've got the D, to the A, and then you go back to the D chord. Now in this D chord, you hear the melody is going to run up to that note right there, but the way that I'm executing it in the little intro to this instructional video is I'm doing it with a hammer-on to the 1st string, hammering on from the open 1st string to 1st string 2nd fret with my 2nd finger, and then pulling back off to get the open 1st string again, and then hitting the still fretted 2nd string 3rd fret where my ring finger's at. And then immediately after that, I'm walking up to a G. So I'm doing the hammer-on, pull-off, and then 2nd string. Then with my thumb, I'm grabbing the 6th string 2nd fret, and then pinky to the 6th string 4th fret, and then I'm falling into a G shape. The way that this G shape is coming together in a drop D looks different than your usual G shape. So I'm putting my ring finger on the 6th string 5th fret. I'm putting my 2nd finger on the 3rd string 4th fret. I'm putting my 1st finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. So you hit that G chord twice, walking up to it. And then on the 3rd time, you're really just hitting the same shape again, but you're wanting to emphasize the 2nd string 3rd fret. So, And then with your pinky finger, you'll hit your pinky finger down on the 3rd string 5th fret. And then you'll pick it back up to where your 2nd finger is still holding down the 3rd string 4th fret. And that'll sound like. And then back into the D chord. With the same rhythm with our pinky to the 3rd string 4th fret, 3rd string 2nd fret, and then 4th string 4th fret. We repeat the G part. And in the G part, I walk back up to it with thumb, 2nd finger, and then the G chord. After it does the G chord twice with that rhythm and that progression and melody, you then run back up to an A chord. And it's going to be the same F-shaped A chord as before, strung from the 5th string all the way through the open 1st string on this. And then you'll put your pinky finger down, leaving your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers where they're at in this chord shape. You'll put your pinky finger down on the 2nd string 7th fret, strum through it again, and then raise your pinky finger up 1 more fret to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So this is kind of getting towards the end of the phrase. You've got A, pinky to 2-7, pinky up to 2-8, and then pull off your pinky finger to expose where your 1st finger is on the 2nd string 5th fret, and then hit with your pick the 3rd string where your 2nd finger is at on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And then you come back to the full D chord, and here you'll hit the 2nd string after strumming through the D chord. You'll hit the 2nd string 3rd fret and run up to the 2nd string 7th fret. And then for the end of this, you're going to hit some harmonics. If you're not familiar with how to hit a harmonic, you are laying the fat part of your finger. You can use really any of your fingers, but the fat pad of your finger, you're just lightly laying it right over the fret. And here I'm laying my finger over the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and you pluck the string. And as you pluck it, usually sometimes you then remove your finger from it so that it rings out a little bit more. But if you catch the harmonic right, you really don't have to remove your finger and it'll continue to ring. But just barely lay the fat of your finger right on top of the string or directly over the fret and pluck the string, and you get a harmonic. So the harmonics are going to be the 3rd string 7th fret to the 4th string 7th fret to the 4th string 9th fret. So far we've got, and then you'll go to the 5th string 5th fret, then you'll come up to the 3rd string 12th fret, then you'll go to the 5th string 7th fret, and then for the last note, it's really a D note. But the way that I play that is that I either will harmonic across the first 3 or 4 strings of the 5th fret. So low 6, low 5, low 4, low 3. Nope, leave the 3 out. So either 6, 5, 4 on the 5th fret or 6, 5, 4 on the 12th fret. And that would come together sounding like either. Or I think I like the muted of the 5th fret better. And that's how you play one way. That's not the only way to play, but that's one way that you can play Silent Night. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.